Good afternoon, folks. Big Bo here with another great Class C motorhome value from Parkway RV Center. Been a minute or two. Today we're going to review a beautiful Thor Chateau. This is a 2013 26A, smaller Class C with a slide with 8,300 miles. Hang tight, let's pop a drone up, and I will see you in a second from the outside. Alright everybody, I hope you enjoyed that. Like I said, today we're going to review a 2013 Thor Chateau 26A. To me, this is the perfect size Class C motorhome. Not too big, not too small, has a stationary bed, and easy to drive. And what I like about it, guys, is one of the few that you're going to find that's built on a Chevrolet chassis. Chevrolet 4500 chassis. It's got the 6-liter Vortec V8, which actually, believe it or not, has more horsepower than the V10, the Ford V10. This has got 324, where most Fords in a Class C of this era were, some were 362, but most were 305. And got some get up and go too. We're going to drive it, of course, later. But this is a good looking rig, guys. It's got 8,200 actual miles. I will be completely honest with you. The only way you're going to get one nicer and cleaner than this is to go pay about $30,000 more if you can find one and buy a brand new one. Previous owners kept it under cover. In fact, they left a custom cover that's in the outside garage, outside storage bay. Pictures in the ad if you want to see pictures of the outside storage. So that's one of the main reasons why this thing looks so good. It's been kept under cover. Got the 6-liter Vortec V8. It's got a 5,000 pound tow capacity hitch on the back, which, you know, I know some of the newer Class C's are claiming to be rated for 7,500, 8,000 pounds. You don't want to tow more than 5,000 pounds in a Class C. I don't care what the specs say. I'm speaking from 20 plus years of experience. That's about where a Class C needs to be. Got a 4 kW Onan generator that runs great. It's got tires, look great. I mean, this is a nice motorhome. 30 amp electrical service. No delamination. Cab looks great. You know, so this is right here, guys, 27 feet 2 inches. For some reason, the Chevrolet 26A versus the Ford 26A, the Chevrolet's 2 inches longer. Go figure. I guess the bumper might be a little bit longer in the front or something. Got a power awning. Got some decent outside storage for this size Class C. Let's look inside, guys. Before we do that, this does have the TPO roof system. I'm gonna pop a drone up and I will see you from the inside, so hang tight. All right, everybody. Roof looks great. You can tell this thing's been undercover. You can see inside this thing is actually very open and roomy for a 27 foot motor, or 27 feet 2 inches, if you want to get exact. Motorhome. Queen bed in the back. Got the 8 cubic foot refrigerator. It's got the 13,500 BTU ducted roof air. Up here in the front cab, it does have the rubber mat, which is easy to keep clean. Because, guys, when you're going into a campsite and you're setting up your RV and you're getting in and out of your driver's seat, like, you know, to back up to get to a certain spot, you're going to track in a little dirt and mud. That's really, really nice to have in the cab. I do not like carpet in cabs, period. Got cruise, tilt, power windows, no check engine lights. Exact miles is 8,234 miles. You know, these things come from the factory. You probably can't even see the odometer, but I've got a picture of it in the ad too. But these things come from the factory, depending on how far away the original dealer is from the factory. These things already usually come with 1,500, 2,000 miles on them when you buy them brand new, especially after it gets test drove a few times. Oops, sorry about that. Heat and air works great in the cab. Furnace works great, which it's 30, I don't know if you saw it on the dash or not, 36 degrees outside. It's chilly willy for here in Northwest Georgia. Got a full-size bed on the Cabover. You've got a not a very big TV, 22-inch, I believe. That's a factory installed TV, and it's on a swivel mount so you can see it from different angles in the RV. Got some nice overhead storage right here. You know, good thing about a 27-foot motorhome versus like a 22 or 23, you've actually got room in here for a sofa and a dinette booth. You know, you go much smaller than this, to get the stationary bed, you're going to have to give up either a dinette or a sofa. This one you don't have to. So you can sleep 2 up top, 1 to 2 on the table bed, because they're really only good for 2 kids or 1 adult, or 2 really small adults, and 2 on the sleeper sofa that makes a separate bed. So 6, 7, 8, great for a family. And step back through here. Of course, it's got some pink stuff in the shower and the sink where it's been winterized. Got an oven, 3-burner stove top, doesn't look like it's ever been lit. Microwave. Lots of storage in here, guys. No signs of leaks or leak damage. Got a pretty high roof. It's if I had to guess, I didn't look up the interior roof height, but I'm gonna say around 7 feet. For a Class C, that's not bad at all. Refrigerator, which is, of course, it's 35 degrees. I think it's working. I'm pretty sure it is, but I won't really know until it starts ice. Yeah, it's working. So I haven't had it on very long, but I can tell the freezer's starting to get colder than the outside temperature. Like I said, you've got a, I like this bedroom setup too. It's got this queen bed and the slide out. So you actually get a little walking around space around the sides of it. So it's almost like a east-west Queen Island bed. And you got some overhead storage there. Got some nice woodwork around the slide out. Privacy curtain that goes all the way around the bed. You know, if you wanted to use that. Window in the back. Heat and air control right here, where whoever sleeping in the master bed has control over that. And you've actually got a decent amount of storage in here. You know, most Class C's don't have this much storage in this length of model. So look here in the bathroom. Got the corner bath. Again, guys, sorry if I got some pink stuff in the shower. That's that RV antifreeze. And we do that so that we can tell at a glance if it's been winterized or not, in case the sticker comes off. So you've got the, which we cleaned it up when we sell it. But we've got the skylight. Looks great. That's a little metal sink. Medicine cabinet. Got RV toilet right here. Not too bad a spot. Everything's enclosed, so whoever's in the bathroom is not blocking access to any part of the RV. It's a nice unit, guys. Very hard unit to find right now in the current market. I'll tell you that right now. And priced right for the current market too. I mean, it's 8,300 miles. The only way you're going to get one any nicer, like I said, is if you can find one, which is doubtful, plop down another 30 grand, buy a brand new one. You can do a lot with the $30,000 in savings. I know this is a 13 model, but where are you going to find one any nicer and cleaner for this price, period? In fact, there was only, I don't think there was any other on RV Trader in a 2013 26A. I think there were 9 total nationwide, all years of a 26A when I checked this morning. So not an easy size to find right now, new or used. And it's really got everything you need, nothing you don't. And the good thing about this one, guys, 8,200 miles. This is going to do everything a 2021 model will do for 30 grand less. And it's been kept under cover. The cover's with it. You know, that's a few $100s right there that you don't have to spend on it. If you're going to leave it out in the open, put the cover on it. That's the secret to making these things look as good as they do. And it's nice. $49.9, guys, includes our world famous 4-page inspection process. I've got a copy of it in the coach, and if you want to see a copy of it, if you're on YouTube, go to the video description. There'll be a link to it. Everything on that list will be inspected and repaired if needed, no additional cost to you. You're getting a fully functional 2013 Chateau 26A for $49.9. This one probably won't be here this time next week. I'm just going to go ahead and warn you. This is a nice unit, and wait till we drive it. Especially that 6-liter V8. I like the. You know, don't get me wrong, I'm a Ford guy, tried and true, but I do like the Chevrolets, the way they ride and drive in these Class C motorhomes. I don't know what it is about them, and I don't know why more of them don't use Chevrolet chassis. But yeah, but you know, we'll drive it here in a minute. You can see for yourself. And $49.9, you get that 4-page inspection process that is performed after purchase. So if you want to know the current lead time, keep in mind, guys, we are going to be closed half a week during Christmas next week, and we'll be closed a few days during the next week after that for New Year's. So, but you know, we'll get it done in a timely manner. Got a great service crew. And they're going to take care of it. And the good thing about one like this that's been so obviously taken care of is less likely we're going to run into issues. That's why we buy them. You know, we spend a little more, we get the nicer stuff before the other dealers do, and we can check more because chances are it's going to pass it anyway. So, you know, if we were buying junk, you think we'd put it through a 4-page inspection process, we'd go broke. But, and you know, that's the truth, guys. No matter how good the deal is, unless you're an RV tech, if it's been treated rough, you don't want it unless you know how to work on them. Because it's going to be a RV that's been treated rough is going to be something you're always going to have stuff breaking on. But anyway, guys, this unit is $49.9, includes that 4-page inspection process. We also purchase on your behalf a 90-day nationwide easy care warranty that you can extend very, very affordably. And if you want a quote on that, ask your salesperson or business manager, finance manager for a quote on an extended warranty. It's up to you whether you take it or not. You get the 90-day regardless. And it's a great warranty. What I like about it, they will pay any licensed repair facility to work on an approved claim. It doesn't have to be a Thor dealer. Doesn't have to be a Chateau dealer, a new dealer, a used dealer. It could be an independent shop. It can be a mobile RV technician service. So great warranty. I'm very, very proud to offer it to my customers. And we don't gouge you on it either like other dealers do. But anyway, sorry about that, guys. I had to take an emergency phone call. Everything's all right, though, now. What I was getting at, guys, the warranty is a very good investment if it's something you're going to be using a lot and you don't know how to work on an RV yourself. But that's entirely up to you. I'm not pressuring you to buy it or not buy it, but you do get the 90-day regardless. Also included, guys, we give you a full orientation on this motorhome, which is done after it's been through service. And, of course, we clean it up inside and out after my techs are done with it. And the way it works, guys, you purchase the RV, it goes in line to get checked out. Again, if you want to know the current lead time for a Class C checkout, ask your salesperson for an estimate. When it's finished, of course, when you see our checklist, you see it's not a 1 or 2 hour checklist. It's a solid day and a half if they find no problems once they get to it. And you got to realize, guys, there's a lot of people buying RVs right now, even in the wintertime, because nobody has any. We do. I think I counted the other day. We've got 101 on the lot right now, and more arriving every day. But it'll come with that checkout, and a cleanup. And then once it's done, we do a final walkthrough. If we're happy with it, we'll call you to set up a appointment with you. And what it is, my former assistant Kanae, I promoted her to be the coordinator for the shop, so that anytime you want to check on your RV, the status of it, or when it's ready, she'll call you, schedule a time. And please be here on time. Please don't be late or early, because we're scheduling 2 or 3 pickups a day, 4 in some cases. And you know, if somebody's an hour early or an hour late, it's kind of like a doctor's office. It throws the whole schedule of the day out of balance. But once you arrive here at the appointed time, my walkthrough expert Preston is going to go through this motorhome with you, show you how to operate everything, show you everything on that list works, answer any questions you have. And you know, if you're going to tow something behind it, of course, we'll help you hook that up as well. We do have new tow dollies in stock, believe it or not. I'm probably one of the few places that has them. But I've got a few of those left, and they're only for people that buy RVs from us, so I don't sell them just individual customers off the street. I save them as a brand new. I sell them for steel tows. I think I sell them for like $12.95 or something like that. That's just for people that buy RVs from us. Because right now, there's steel shortage right now. It's hard to find these. It's hard to get them, is what I'm getting at. But they're brand new steel tows. Great tow dollies. I've used one myself. Or you may have a vehicle with a tow bar and all that stuff set up on it, and you can just hook and go. Either way, we'll help you get hooked up, guys. And you know, like I said, we try to keep things easy, simple, and done. That $49.9 is a 100% haggle-free firm price. But you get all those benefits that you have to pay thousands of dollars for extra at other RV dealerships, if they even offer them. You get 21 nights of free camping, up to 7 nights at a time at select RV resorts nationwide, to be used in a 12-month period. You get your drive-out tag. You get an RV starter kit if one is available. They're kind of spotty about if they're available or not. But if we've got one, we'll be sure to give it to you. That's, you know, $100 worth of stuff you had to buy it separate. Starter kit, sewer hose, water hose, pressure reducer, chemicals, adapters, wash and wax, bucket, and much more. Everything you need to start taking it camping besides yourself, your family, food, and luggage. And if you got questions about any of this, guys, 706-965-7929 is the quickest and most efficient way for us and you to get the answer to your questions. You're certainly welcome to email, but because even it's December, a week before Christmas, wow, the business here is just unreal, guys. It's been a crazy year, I know. It's a record sales year for us and many other dealers. Basically, right now, in the wintertime, we're doing what a normal springtime business is. When everybody's got cabin fever and out buying RVs, that's pretty much, and that's actually taking it easy for us compared to the rest of the year, the way it's been. So keep that in mind. Best way to contact us is always by phone. And you can email sales at parkway.rvcenter.com, but like I said, maybe a delay getting back to you, and during that time somebody else could have bought it by picking up a phone, leaving a deposit on it. You know, that's why I tell people all it takes is a 5-minute phone call and it can be off the market. But anyway, guys, if this is something you think you're interested in, call ahead. Make sure it's available before coming down to look at it. Strongly consider leaving a deposit if you're coming any kind of distance. You know, you can ask a salesperson to hold it, but you got to keep in mind I've got 5 salespeople here, and it's, you know, and right now in the current market, nothing gets held without money. You can ask a salesperson to hold it from their customers, but you know, obviously the other guys here can't do that. The other salespeople, it's not fair to them or other customers. So it takes a deposit to hold this thing if you really want it. And I'll be honest with you, what you see is what you get. I don't hide anything in my videos. If I see imperfections, if I see anything that not covered in our standard checkout, I'm going to point it out to you guys, because we don't cover cosmetics. You know, we cover things like the functionality, things that can ruin your trip, a stain, a scratch, a ding, or a dent. Guys, that doesn't ruin your trip. It's part of buying a used RV. But at the same time, if I see any of those things, I'm going to point it out to you. There's no smoke or pet odors in here. I don't see any cosmetic imperfections. It's been winterized. You know, if it's something you think you're interested in, you know, like I said, guys, check out that inspection process. You'll see really quick that we're different than other dealers. We've been in business for 52, almost 53 years now. And that's because we do things to used RVs that other dealers would never dream of doing. I've been told by multiple people, including employees who have been techs for other RV dealerships, that we're absolutely crazy when they see our checkout list, and nobody does that on used RVs. Well, that's not true, because we do. So, in fact, it goes through a comparable process to what they go through when they're brand new from the factory. And in some ways, even more involved. So, but anyway, guys, like I said, we sell 500-600 units a year for a reason. People come from all over the United States to buy from us for a reason. That's because of our prices, the quality of the merchandise we sell, and everything we do after the sale. I mean, guys, who else is going to buy you a warranty, do that kind of inspection process, give you free camping, and much, much more? I mean, you go to these other dealerships, guys, if they got something priced for $49,900, by the time they fee you to death, you're going to leave paying $60-something thousand for something advertised for $49,900. I see it so many times, and I hear stories about it just about every day. People come in on a $49,900 RV, they leave owing mid-60s on it. And that's after paying down payment, because they get dock fees, prep fees, tag and title fees, processing fees, happy camper fees. All those fees are 100% dealer profit. They try to upsell you everything in the finance office, and everything they try to upsell you, like gap insurance and even extended warranties and stuff like that, which we make a little bit on extended warranties to just to, you know, a couple $100, but these guys make $2,000 or $3,000 on these warranties. And then they add it to the loan, which they've already got the interest rate marked up, and you're overpaying, gosh, so much when you buy an RV. It's absolutely crazy. So trust me, guys, the online price from most dealerships, you're going to pay a lot more than that. That's how they get you in there. They make their profit on the back end products like gap, insurance, service packages, exterior, interior protection packages, and more. That's not worth the paper it's wrote on, that you can get yourself after the sale for a fraction of the cost. And then they make money on the financing too. That's how they make their money, guys. Like I said, you go in, buy a $49,900 motorhome at some of these corporate dealers, you pay 10-15% down like you're supposed to. You do the loan call the next day, you owe $65,000 on it or more. It's crazy, guys, but they do it every day, and so many people don't read the fine print. You know, we keep things easy, simple, and done. $49,900. If you want to go through one of our lenders, we try to get everybody approved that we can. There's no interest rate markup. If you get approved at a 5.99% rate, that's what you pay. We don't charge you 7.14 or 7.99 if we got you approved at 5.99 like other dealers do. Whatever the bank approves you for, that's what we charge you. Keeps it simple that way. You know, banks, of course, want you to pay a little bit more money down because of COVID-19. They're restricting because so many people are losing their income. They want you to have equity in the coach. So if you do lose your income, a lot of people don't know this. This is straight from a friend of mine who is a rep from one of the biggest national banks for RV lenders. The reason why they want so much money now is so that they can sell the RV at auction for what you owe on it, instead of owing $20,000 more than it's worth, and when they repossess it, they got to sue you for the balance. They want you to have enough equity in it that they can, if they have to repo it, then they can get their money at auction for it. Which makes sense. It keeps them from getting burned. It keeps individuals from getting burned too. I mean, this is a luxury item after all. I mean, I know a lot of people think of the old days when you could buy these with no money down, but those days are long gone, guys, and I doubt will ever be again. You know, the banks want to make sure they're covered, and it's really a good thing, guys. You don't want to leave owing more than something's worth. You want to have equity in it. So keep that in mind. You will have to have 10-15% down, and if your credit's not stellar, it may have to have a little higher percentage than that down, guys. So if you got a question about that, give us a call, 706-965-7929. If you want to apply for financing, give us a call. We can actually do a credit app over the internet, a secured credit app on our website. So we can definitely help you out with all that. Or check with your own bank or credit union, see what they offer. A lot of banks and credit unions, especially if you're ex-military, thank you for your service, but you've got some awesome resources that other dealers won't tell you about because they can't. When a customer brings their own financing, it's like a cash deal. They can't make any money off of it by marking the interest rate up. If you've been in the military, no matter what branch, guys, check with USAA, Navy Federal, and Navy Federal Credit Union, two awesome sources for RV financing. A lot of times you can have a check the next day. And like I said, other dealers won't tell you about that source because they can't make money off of it. That's why so many dealers hate cash deals, because when you come in and pay cash, they can't make money on financing. They can't. It's hard for them to sell somebody up for cash the services like the gap insurance and all that, where they can just add a few bucks a month to the loan. People don't miss that, but when they got to pay the whole thing out of pocket, they miss that. So that's why so many dealers don't like cash customers. But it's all the same to us here, guys. It all goes in the bank. So we treat it all the same. However you want to do it, we'll help you any way we can. Thank you for watching my video. I really appreciate it, guys. I'm going to bring the rooms in, or cut the video off, bring the rooms in, or room, and do a quick clip with it in so you can see what it looks like, and then we'll take it down the road and see how it does. Now, I will be using my chest mount since my assistant is doing the coordinator for the back now. So, but hang tight, and I will be right back. All right, everybody, I got the room in, and I did forget to mention it's one of those you have to flip the mattress over, which is no big deal. It's designed with a partition in the mattress where you can just flip it over, and it takes 2 seconds. But as you can see, you're going to lose your bed. That's the only downside to this particular floor plan. But you still got your Cabover bed, you still got your sofa bed, you still have the table booth bed, so you still got plenty of sleeping available. You're just going to lose your main bed, or you could just take 20 seconds and put your slide outs out when you get parked. So, but anyway, slide out procedure simple. Turn the motor off, make sure your parking brake's on. Go over here, and slide out control is right here. And push it till it comes all the way in. You know, with a slide out, like any of them, they've been made for the last 30 plus years. You want to make sure that the slide out's either all the way in or all the way out, and try to be level if you're going to leave it out for an extended time or during a rainstorm or something like that. But it's all the way in. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to get strapped up, and we'll take it down the road, see how it drives. Hang tight. I'll be right back. All right, everybody, now I'm going to test drive this 2013 Thor Chateau 26A. Let me get adjusted a little bit there. I've got my chest mount GoPro on, and hope it looks all right. I don't think I've done a Class C wearing this thing yet, so I know it's got a smaller windshield, a little bit less visibility, so I don't know. I hope it looks all right on camera. But we're going to test drive this thing. It's got 8,234 miles. 27 feet 2 inches, so this is, like I said, a very easy size to drive and park. And for those of you intimidated by the size of some of the larger coaches, this is a great alternative, and it's big enough that you've got room. Yeah, I don't know if you can see through the windshield or not, but we've actually got a pretty good selection of Class C's right now that we've recently purchased, and I may not have videos of them all yet, but they're coming soon. And you can see them on my website, parkwayrvcenter.com. And I strongly suggest all my viewers to go to the website, visit it often. I'll have a lot of good information on there, pictures, brochures, sales brochures, and much more. So, but for right now, we're going to take this thing down the road. And I do like a Chevrolet. I drive one of my vehicles I drive almost every day is a GMC van. So this is really similar to the cockpit area of my van. And we're going to take it up the road here. Guys, that 324 horsepower engine really takes off. I mean, I'm doing, what am I doing now? 45 and not even trying, going up this hill. So far, shift's good. I don't feel any pulsating. Tires seem like they ride pretty good. I don't hear any unusual noises. Keep in mind, guys, we drove this thing 550 miles home. So, I mean, it's not like it's been sitting for 2 or 3 years. I mean, it just got back from a pretty good little drive up from Lakeland, Florida, where we purchased it. And it's a little windy today, so this is actually a good day for a test drive because we can see how it does in the wind. And this is the 4500 Chevrolet chassis instead of the 3500. So you got a wider wheelbase for greater stability and all that. But I can still feel the wind a little bit. Now, of course, you know, a lot of people don't believe this, but the longer motorhomes ride and drive better than the shorties. Just because of that longer wheelbase, you got a little bit less sway. But this one here is, like I said, right in the middle. Not too big, not too small. I would rather drive this in a 21 or 22 foot motorhome. One thing I like to listen for too, and oh, by the way, Kai didn't even get on it right there and I was hitting 65. I like to listen for wind noise in a Class C. And I'm driving this pretty easily with one hand. Trucks getting around me, not really blowing me around much at all. And I think that goes for that 4500 chassis. Of course, you know, I'm running 65 and a 60 and everybody's passing me, but you don't drive these things fast anyway, guys. Let's hit the cruise. It does have the cruise control on the dash. And let's see, set it. Works. Got the little green light that comes on the dash and everything. I am running 70 now, and this is about, in my personal coach, this is about where I run. I know a lot of people may think that's way too slow, but guys, when you own an RV, the journey is as much fun as the destination. And I've been known to take quite a long time to get to where I'm going, because if I see something interesting, I like to stop and see what it is. So many people think they're in a car and they have to run 85 miles an hour in an RV. That's not the case. 70, maybe 75 is about as fast as I will run an RV. It's just, there's no reason to run any faster. If you're in a hurry, you need to go, don't drive an RV, drive a car. You're responsible, even though you're not a so-called professional driver like a truck driver, but you still have responsibilities as a responsible RV owner to obey the traffic laws, watch out for other people, and to dodge accidents. And it's so much easier in a bigger vehicle like this to dodge an accident running 65 or 70 versus running 80 or 85. And don't get me wrong, this thing can probably do 85, 90 miles an hour all day long if you wanted to, but there's no reason to. So, that's just part of being a responsible RV owner. Act like a truck driver, stay in the right lane, stay out of the left lane unless you absolutely have to. And when you do get in the left lane, get back over. So everybody can go around you. No shame in going slow is what I like to say. Not to mention it helps your fuel mileage too, which, I never really talk about fuel mileage much, guys, but a Class C motorhome, a gas Class C like this, you're going to get 8 to 10 miles a gallon. And that's about the truth of a Class A gas or diesel as well. You get about, on the average motorhome, And I'm not talking about the little Class B vans or the Sprinters or something like that. They'll get a little bit better. But on an average Chevrolet or Ford workhorse, Class A, Class C, Class B plus, you're going to get 8 to 10 miles a gallon. You might get a mile or two better, you might get a mile or two worse, but that's a good average, gas or diesel. You know, diesel might get a mile a gallon better, but you're going to pay more for fuel, more for service. So it's actually cheaper to run a gas, but you don't, the diesel, of course, longevity. But I mean, like this one right here with 8,200 miles, I mean, you're never going to wear this thing out. I mean, you'll be sick and tired of it for this long before you have to worry about mileage on this thing. So just put gas in it, drive it, enjoy it, and quit worrying about it. Unless you're driving it to work every day, there's no reason to really worry that much about fuel mileage. I know some people get so obsessed over it, and there's no reason to. You're driving a 27-foot box on wheels. Brakes feel great, by the way. I don't feel any pulsating in the brake pedals, which 8,200 miles, you wouldn't expect it to be. But guys, I mean, you never know. You know, one thing I've learned about RVs, used RVs over the years, they can be unpredictable. But I think this one's a good one. I mean, if this is what I was looking for, I wouldn't hesitate to buy it myself after being in it, driving it, and looking at it. So now you can take my word for it, or you can come look for yourself, guys. If something you think you're interested in, give us a call. 706-965-7929 is phone number. Call, like I said, call before coming to look. Make sure it's available. And thanks for riding along with me, guys. Hit the subscribe button if you hadn't already. Feel free to like this video. Give me a thumbs up. Feel free to comment. You know, the more interaction you have with my YouTube videos, the more the videos get shared. I don't monetize my channel, so there's no commercials in it. Don't believe in putting an advertisement in advertisement. That's tacky to me. And I'm sure you appreciate that too by not having 4 or 5 commercials pop up during this video. But anyway, guys, thank you again for watching. I really appreciate it, and look forward to seeing you here in beautiful Ringgold, Georgia.